And welcome back once again to RetroKork, which kind of unintentionally has some kind of theme month with war games taking place in Germany, or taking place at least partially in Germany. I mean, last time we looked at a game that offered a nuclear option, and this time, well, there's no nuclear option in SSR's Germany, 1985, when superpowers collide.
RetroKork.
Strategic Simulations Incorporated was a company that is probably best known for their Panzer General series, though they also reach into fantasy as well, but more on that if I ever covered their AD&D stuff. Now, Germany 1985 was released in 1983. Germany 1985 was released in 1983, which makes me really wonder why 1985 was seen as such a turning point in the relationship between NATO and the Warsaw Pact. Anyway, this game uses the traditional hexagon tiles to simulate some skirmishes and battles within Germany proper. You have two scenarios and it even contains a two-player mode, so you can play head-to-head against a friend, or yourself if you really want to cheat. As with last time's Theatre Europe, the rules can be quite complex, but your goal is basically to hold a certain amount of cities and to keep the enemy from doing that. But yeah, I'm not going to explain the how-tos in detail. I mean, that's what you really need the manual for, especially to see where exactly your stats for the troops stand and if you actually have a chance against the enemy. Though the enemy is kind of easy to identify, easier than with Theatre Europe as it uses more diverse graphics. Though the graphics, well, they could still use some work. I mean, it's still pretty basic and blocky and all that. And since this is a dead serious game, there is no music ever. I believe there is not even sound effects. So for the small scale battle, this is not the worst game ever. I mean, it's probably pretty good, but I prefer my wars to be either even smaller or be much bigger, but then I can go and play Risk. Well, in 2 weeks I will be discussing another topic, a completely different topic. I will be discussing an adaptation of a TV show from the 80s. I'm going to discuss Lee Major's The Fall Guy, or better to say, just The Fall Guy for the Commodore 64.